Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo. I'm back on, January 29th, Wednesday. We've got an 11-game slate, so should be plenty of value to be had. Coming off of a day yesterday that we didn't hit. We'll get into the recap here in a minute. Some of the plays that we took hit, some just fell short. But I was going to be doing a backdoor fantasy sports video with Jordy. We were collaborating. We had our picks set up, and we use the platform Discord to actually put all of our video and audio together into one video. I was just having issues on my end. I think something about the compatibility with, I use a MacBook. And so, anyways, everything's fine on my end. My internet, I got fiber. It's cranking. The speeds are fine, but Discord in particular was lagging my video when I would send it to Jordy in the audio. So he ended up just putting out a solo video over on the Backdoor Fantasy Sports channel. He also dropped some picks on his solo channel. And so I'm just going to be, I don't use Discord for my solo videos. So I'm able to put out my picks over here. So thanks for coming over and supporting our solo channels. It's meant a lot. You guys have been killing it with the likes and comments and helping us grow our channels. So really appreciate the support. Let's talk about yesterday. So, Amen Thompson, unfortunately, he just did not. It was a Jalen Green type of day. Jalen Green had like 24 attempts. He kind of had a little bit of a bounce back. They won that game 100-96 against Atlanta, close game, but Amen just wasn't doing much. We took him over 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's been on a heater lately. He only went for 19. Brandon Prizepicks absolutely crushed his PRA at 15.5. He went for 33. So, we put that out at 15.5. It got bumped to 16.5. And I know some of you were wondering whether or not to still take it. I still felt good about it. And man, did he crush it, 33. And then Denny Avdia, once again, matching up against Milwaukee, he just balls out. 23.5 points, rebounds is what we took him over. He went for 39. It's fascinating. I mean, Milwaukee is tough, and every time he plays them, he gets like double-digit rebounds and has a good outing. Scoot Henderson, 0.5 to us, 14.5 PR is what we took, and he only went for 14. So all in all, I mean, a little bit of positivity to take away from some of the reads on like Brandon Prizepicks, Denny Avdia. But yeah, Amen let us down, and Scoot Henderson, 0.5 to us. I feel good about these plays I have for today. So I did the same thing as last time, where I put one unit on a flex and one unit on a power, just so I have a little bit of insurance, trying to be disciplined with the bankroll. Get some of your money back if you only go 3 of 4. But these are the plays that I'm liking. I'm going Devin Booker over 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I love this matchup for him. And we also have Kevin Durant questionable. And Ryan Dunn, which isn't as relevant, but still will affect the rotation a little bit. We'll break it all down. So 36.5 PRA for Devin Booker. And then in the same game, Julius Randle over 32 points, rebounds, and assists. And then I'm going Trey Murphy over 8.5 rebounds and assists. And Isaiah Hartenstein Hartenstein, whatever it is. 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. It's probably Hartenstein, I bet you. Could be wrong about that, though. So let's talk about Julius Randle here. Once again, if you guys don't mind, just like the video, drop me a comment, whatever you feel like doing. It just really helps me get in front of a larger audience. And I'm on my way to 1,000 subs. I'm trying to get there as soon as possible, and I really appreciate the support. So, Julius Randle, he's only done this 5 out of his last 10 games, but he tends to match up well against Phoenix, against my Suns. We take a look at the injury report here. We have Naz Reid as of 2 hours ago, game time decision. He just popped off for us last time we took him. So that is a decent amount of vacated points. Not as many rebounds as you would think if he ends up missing or gets limited time. But I like Randle against the Suns just about every time he's matching up against them. We also have Kevin Durant game time decision and Ryan Dunn game time decision. So some of the defensive upside could be limited for the Suns, although Booker has been playing really good defense as well. But the main reason I like Randle here is the head-to-head matchups. He tends to play well against the Suns. He's never not hit this 3 out of 3 games. He's gone for 35 PRA or more. and it's just kind of steadily rose. That last game on November 17th, he went for 35 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. So I wanted we know he's capable every now and again. I mean, when he was playing with New York, he was getting tons of rebounds and assists. Like his rebounds and assist line would be set at like 16.5 on the regular. So just because he's not doing that with the Wolves consistently yet doesn't mean that I want to just take points alone. So I'm going to go the full PRA. He went for 46 last time they matched up. And let's just take a look at his last 5 games, get a little bit of an idea of what his minutes have been and whatnot. So averaging 34 minutes a game, 3 fouls, not getting in foul trouble, 39% from the field on just 15 attempts. So hopefully he pops off. We'll take a look at the head-to-head again on that just to see what the last game looked like. But we know that he's a little bit, up and down with the 3-point shooting. But the more he shoots, the more in rhythm he gets, like a lot of players. But it's really just a confidence thing. He when he turns into less of a facilitator, he starts to really bring up his shooting percentage when he's like a volume guy. So only 21% from beyond the arc, but still averaging 1.2 made 3-pointers a game over this 5-game stretch, 18.8 rebound chances a game, and 8.8 potential assists, exactly like we were talking about with New York. Like, we know what this guy's capable of. It's just a matter of him converting it. And, as far as the assisting goes, his guys got to hit their shots when he's getting them open. So back to the head-to-head. When he plays against Phoenix, still averaging the 35 minutes, 2.7 fouls. But yeah, once again, here we go. Exactly what I was thinking. 19 attempts on average against Phoenix, 54% from the field, 10.3 made buckets, and 38% from beyond the arc, averaging 2.3 made threes. So last time he played Phoenix, he took 11 threes and cashed 5 of them. So yeah, I mean, I love that certain matchups just work out good for guys like Denny Avdia versus Milwaukee. It's nice when you can kind of catch something like that and be on top of it. But he doesn't rebound as often. 12.3 rebound chances a game on average. Let's see. He had 11 opportunities for a rebound in that last matchup against the Suns, 6 potential assists. But he had 12 potential assists in that last matchup. So yeah, obviously when guys start scoring the ball a lot, he put up 35 points in that last game. When guys are scoring a lot, it really opens up the opportunity because defenses pay more attention to them. They can dish it out to their guys, but their guys got to make their shots. And that's really not bad. 12 potential assists in that last game, and he cashed 7 of them. So you can't be upset about that, over 50% on that. And then what was the last thing I was just going to check something else out. I don't remember. We'll keep it moving. That's going to bother me though. Oh yeah. Well, I think I was just going to look at the straight up matchup. So to power forwards, it is a little bit tough. 4th in points allowed, 1st in rebounds allowed, 14th in assists allowed. And now we've got Nick Richards. So he's a solid rebounder. So that could be just as difficult on the rebounding. That last game, he only got 4 rebounds, but I would still like to have that in there, especially if Kevin Durant is limited. So yeah, I feel good about this. 32 flat. I'll take it all day. Let's see what Daily Grind thinks. All right, come on. Need y'all to get me to 1,000 subs so I can upgrade my rig here. All right. Come on. Okay, so they love his assists over 4.5. The optimizer has that at a 54.01% odds to hit the over minus 139. They don't. Okay, so maybe this got bumped to 32.5. I'll still take it. I think I got it locked in at 32 flat. Let me just double check. Yeah, I got 32 flat. I'll take 32.5. It really doesn't make that big of a difference to me. I need him to get to 33 to cash the 32 anyways, but they don't like the 32.5. There are some platforms like FanDuel that have this down at 31.5. So does DraftKings. So they're noticing like, hey, you're paying more. So they're kind of favoring it to the under. 52.95% odds to hit the under minus 133. But once again, I'm going based off the history here against Phoenix, and the head-to-head seems to be a good matchup. But if they really do have his 3-pointers, that might be a good pivot for you guys. 1.5, if that's not a a goblin, which I don't think it would be, but 1.5 sounds great. 51.57% odds to the over minus 125. Like we said, in that last game, he took 11 threes and cashed 5 of them. So 2 threes might be a little sweat free if you want to go for that instead. I'm going to take a little bit of everything just in case he's just working the inside more and not really shooting from beyond the arc much. But I do like that 3-pointer line a lot. So you guys have plenty of options here. You could take the assists over. You could take the 3-pointers over if you don't like the PRA. The rest, like I've said before, you got to learn how to use the optimizer. It's an awesome tool. I love it. I use it every single day. But you got to just kind of get to understand what it's recognizing, because it's, AI just crunching numbers. It's all data. So you can kind of see the main reason it doesn't like the PRA is because there's a bunch of other platforms putting it out at 31.5. So it's kind of letting you know, maybe go to that platform and get a better deal, or, it's just all basing it off the odds. So I'm totally comfortable with it. All right. So Devin Booker, he's cleared this PRA over 36.5 on a 50% rate on the whole season. And then his last 10, he's been on a heater. It's so good to see him getting back in rhythm here. And he's been playing good defense too. So you could consider the fantasy score if you wanted. But yeah, he's cleared this 7 out of his last 10 games. He's been up in the 40s every one of those games that he hit. And then he absolutely pops off against Minnesota. And so let's take a look at some of these details over the last 10. 38 minutes a game, 2.6 fouls, 47% from the field on 20.7 attempts. So very active. We know who he is. He's a beast. 36% from beyond the arc, but shooting 8.7 attempts a game, averaging 3.1 made threes a game, 90% from the free throw line on 6.1 attempts a game. So 5.5 made free throws a game, 8.6 rebound chances, and 13 potential assists. These last 3 games, 18, 19, and 20 potential assists. So he does a little bit of everything. I love this kid. And I say kid because he is younger than me by quite a bit. So but yeah, look at these last 2 head-to-head games. So last time he played them last year, he went for 60 PRA, 49 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Next time he sees them, he goes for 57, 44 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. I love it. And you could maybe just jump on the points if you prefer, but I'll take a little bit of everything. And we do have, like I said, Kevin Durant potentially missing this game or limited in some fashion. So I like it. The matchup is tough, but it clearly hasn't stopped him last 2 times he played them. Second in points allowed to shooting guards, 19th in rebounds allowed, second in assists allowed. But you can't stop the man against Minnesota. So I think this will be a fun game. I'm really looking forward to this. Let's see what Daily Grind thinks. I bet they like his points. Yeah, they don't like the PRA at 36.5 because it's literally everywhere. Just about everywhere else has at 35.5. So it's kind of like making the optimizer think like, hey, you should definitely take this under. I'm not taking it under. He's knocked on the door of 50 in back-to-back head-to-head games. So, but they are favoring it under if you prefer. 54.48% odds to hit the under, minus 139. They like his turnovers over 2.5. They like his rebounds and assists over 10. They have that at a 51.36% odds to hit the over. His points assists, they like to go over. The points they have under at 25.5. Okay. His lowest game out of the last 2 head-to-heads was 44 points, but go with your gut. 44 points and then 49 points the game before that. Super fun. But they like his assists over 6. So 50.54% odds to hit the over, minus 122. And that's about it. You got a couple options here. Give me the PRA and I'll call it a night. Let's keep it rolling here. Trey Murphy. So the rebounds and assists, I mean, look at this last 10 games. We potentially have Zion back tonight. We have Luka out, Dante Exum game time decision, Kleba out, Derek Lively out, Najee Marshall game time decision, Dwight Powell out. Man, they're kind of beat up. Gafford might be in for some extended minutes tonight. So we have Jordan Hawkins out as of an hour ago. Brandon Ingram still out. Herbert Jones still out. So yeah, Zion's not even on the injury report. Maybe we'll see him get back. I want to see Zion get right, man. Like, way too talented of a prospect to not just be getting these full minutes. I don't know what has happened to the NBA over the last couple of years, but I mean, we're getting rest days all the time. Like, what's going on? Like, rest days all the time, guys in and out. I mean, Joel Embiid, is he still in the NBA? Like, it's unfortunate to see. But if we take a look at this head-to-head, last time he matched up against Dallas on January 15th, he went for 10 rebounds, 4 assists. And yeah, we got a note here from Outlier. So he's exceeded 8.5 rebounds and assists in 10 straight games. It's kind of what we saw there. He's averaging 10.1 a game right now, 100% hit rate. So yeah, we just need him to get 9. You know, we're getting this at 8.5. So even if this was at 9, if it gets bumped, I'm comfortable with it. You just have a higher chance of a push. But only 3 of those games did he get 9. Everything else was so 7 of those were 10 or more. And then his biggest outing was against Dallas when he went for 14. So I'm feeling good about it. Let's take a look at these details. 36.8 minutes per game, 2.5 fouls, 10.2 rebound chances, and 6.1 potential assists. So yeah, I mean, you could take the full PRA if you prefer. I'm just going to go, I like this low line of 8.5 for the rebounds and assists. So I think I'm going to go with that because you just never know with him. I'm a big fan of this kid, but yeah, sometimes he's just sort of sitting there and facilitating. So they like his points assists the best at 23. They have that at a 53.3% odds to hit the over, minus 134. Oh, that's Trey Lyles. Okay, let me just, yeah, because they had Trey Lyles points assist favored to the under. That's throwing me off. They like his PRA. You could take that too. That was what I was first looking at. 28.5. They have it at a 52.23% odds to hit the over, minus 128. They like his points, rebounds. They don't like the rebounds and assists. They have that at a 51.76% odds to hit the under, minus 127. So go with your gut. They like his rebounds over 5. But let's just take another look here. Let's look at that PRA. I want to give you guys the information in case you want to, go in a different direction than I did. Yeah, so PRA, 6 out of his last 10. And let's look at the head-to-head. Yeah, he did put up 24 points last time. So, I mean, yeah, whatever you guys want to do. Let's look at the matchup here. 11th in points allowed, 16th in rebounds allowed, 24th in assists allowed. So, yeah, I mean, I like them both. I'm comfortable with the fact that I locked in the rebounds and assists at 8.5, 10 straight games. Sounds good to me. So you guys have some options there. If you want to take the full PRA, you can. And that's at 29.5. I think Prizepicks has it at 28.5 right now. So that's probably why they're high on it, because we have multiple 29.5s, and then Prizepicks giving you that full point cheaper. So yeah, I might throw that in a slip too. But I like the rebounds and assists. All right. So to wrap it up, Isaiah Hartenstein. He's already cleared this 65% on the 2024 season, 17 out of 26 games. Let's take a look at the matchup a little bit closer here. 9th in points allowed, 20th in rebounds allowed, 18th in assists allowed. We do have Draymond Green out for tonight as well. Steph Curry, game time decision. And then Kuminga also out. So Draymond is kind of like the disruptor that would cause a little bit more problems than Looney, in my opinion, for Isaiah Hartenstein. Let's look at some of these over-unders real quick. So we'll start with this one, 223.5 over-under. Oklahoma favored by 10, playing in Golden State. So yeah, that would be another thing that could get in the way, is if this game gets out of hand. Maybe he doesn't play extended minutes, but let's look at his last 5 and see what his minutes been looking like. Averaging 29.2 minutes a game. So this game where he went for 21, that was an absolute blowout. That was against Washington, 136-95. And then 118 to 102 against Philly. He still got 30 minutes. 118 to 108 against Portland. He still got 32 minutes. So I'm comfortable taking it. Averaging just 3 fouls a game, 21.2 rebound chances, 5.4 potential assists, 57% from the field, mostly dunks and putbacks. Only 8 attempts, 4.6 made buckets a game, not shooting threes. 65% from the free throw line, not getting there often, 3.4 attempts a game. But yeah, the head-to-head, let's take a look here. Yeah, he's cleared this the last 2 times they've matched up, and this was with the Knicks, and then the only game he played with the Thunder, he put up 31. So 14 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists. So yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason why he shouldn't be able to cash this, even if it turns into a blowout. Let's take a look at daily grind here. They do like the PRA as the best over. So 52.29% odds to hit the over, -128. And we do have a few 27.5 starting to pop up here. So I like getting it at 26.5. They like his rebounds over 11, 52.17% odds to hit the over, -127. They like him to get at least 1 steal, 52.14% odds to hit the over, -132. Points, rebounds, they like. So yeah, plenty of options. You got the points, rebounds, steals, rebounds, and PRA all favored to go over according to Daily Grind. So I think we should be good here. I feel good about this. And yeah, if you guys want to check out this app Outlier, you guys know it's my favorite app. You can try it out for free. I just love all of these statistical categories that I can dive into the details. You can take players in and out of the equation. Just for a little quick example here, I could say, hey, what has Isaiah Hartenstein done without Chet? If Chet was like, potentially missing or something like that. That's just the head-to-head. But we'll go to 2024. And then it'll just show me all the games without Chet in the equation. I think that's so cool that they can just quickly give you all those details. Like, okay, every game that Chet wasn't here, here's what he did. That's a huge plus for your research. And then let's see. Yeah, so they cover matchups. You got up-to-date injury reports, and you've got the Insights tab, which I love, which we do have an insight here. Let's take a look at it real quick from Outlier. This is one of my favorite features that they've got. Okay, so he's exceeded 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists in 7 of his last 8 games versus bottom 10 defenses for rebounds allowed. In those games, he averages 29.9 PRA. So I love stuff like that, like stuff that you probably wouldn't come to the conclusion on your own. You're not going to say like, okay, let me manually go through and see what he's done against bottom 10 defenses for rebounds allowed. That's a huge value that they just can do that with the press of a button for you. 88% hit rate, 7 out of 8 games. So yeah, if you guys want to try this out, just sign up through the Outlier link below. You don't need to put a code in. Just sign up. They're going to give you a week to see if you even like it. And that's how confident they are. I know you will. I literally have delayed putting out videos because Outlier was having some tech issues. It's only happened once. But I just was like, dude, I need Outlier. Like, I love this app. So yeah, and if you guys want to check out Daily Grind, this DFS optimizer is really awesome. It puts stuff on your radar. You can vet your plays. You can also just, like, I put no one in the search bar here, and then it'll just say, hey, like, here's everything that we're seeing across the whole NBA that looks good. A lot of these fantasy scores tend to get inflated on the platforms. So these tend to be unders on the optimizers. You can see all these fantasy scores they're favoring under. I think it's a little dicey. I don't really do that, but there's an over. Zaire Williams, over 14.5 points, rebounds. They love that. 54.64% odds hit the over, -143. So this is just the value that the DFS optimizer brings. It's just crunching numbers at an incredible speed and putting it all right in front of you, so you can catch discrepancies when someone like Prizepicks has something too low, like a line too low or a line way too inflated. It'll show you, like, this is Zaire Williams. It's showing like 14.5. They're seeing that almost all these platforms are bumping this to 15.5. And so they think you're getting a good value here. And I'm sure there's more reasons than that. I haven't dove into this particular play, but it's a really killer tool. And especially if you're in a hurry, you can just throw the optimizer on, and then you can cover NBA, NFL. They've got all of these, Call of Duty, bunch of esports. They've got college. They've got golf, NHL. They've got everything. So you can get like an edge on stuff that you don't even follow, like esports. You could throw it on here and it'll just show you, like, hey, here's all the top plays. So yeah, 25% off when you use code BACKDOOR over at dgfantasy.com. So go check it out if you want. You can lock that in for up to a year if you prefer. But that's going to do it, guys. Once again, we're going Devin Booker over 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Julius Randle over 32. I got it at 32. It's at 32.5 now. Trey Murphy over 8.5 rebounds and assists, or the PRA if you want that. That was juiced on the optimizer. Isaiah Hartenstein over 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. If you guys don't mind, do me a favor, like the video, drop me a comment. Good luck on this 11-game slate, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.